For more on the state of the AI trade, let's welcome in Toney. He is Plexo Capital's founding managing partner, and we always like when you're here on set with us at Post 9, so good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
I'm just going to get right to what we tease.
Let's do it.
The Apple OpenAI, you threw that out there to our producers. You think that's something that's possible?
So let's just take a look and step back and set the context. All right, so first of all, when you think about the playbook who has executed the best playbook on vertical integration, without question, that's Apple, right? And so I think, when you think about the experience that Apple was able to create, it's because they were able to own everything top to bottom across the entire stack, from the chips to the development and manufacture of the phones themselves, to the glass on the phones, to the software, to the App Store. This didn't happen overnight, right? So the way that Apple was able to do it was because they had massive cash flow coming in. So they did it over time. All right, now let's fast forward to today. Where are we today? So what we see is OpenAI looking to execute that same playbook. They're not there yet, but clearly they are making steps into that direction, being able to do multiple deals across AMD, Broadcom, doing a deal with Oracle, being able to execute across all of these different deals so that now they have not only sovereignty, but a little bit more control over their destiny. And I think over time, we'll see them execute a similar playbook. And you can look at some of the other elements as they move their way up the stack to the application layer, having the GPT store, people using their APIs. Now, but here's the challenge.
Oh, there's a challenge? Oh, gee, I don't know. OpenAI is only like a $500 billion valuation.
So how are they going to pay for all of that? And that's where we're seeing these massive deals being done, right? Most recently, Oracle doing a $38 billion deal for Stargate. And by the way, Oracle didn't have the credit rating on their bonds, so they had to syndicate that across about 30 banks. Then we see someone like Meta, if we switch gears for a moment, doing a, $27 billion and doing it in a creative structure with Blue Owl, where it's a leaseback. Blue Owl owns 80% of it, so in essence, they can, by only executing 4-year leases, that Meta can keep that off of their balance sheet. So now as an investor, you have to search a little bit harder. But let's go back to what you said, OpenAI and Apple. So it was a little bit tongue-in-cheek because of how OpenAI is executing the Apple playbook better. But wouldn't that be a great vision, right? I'm sure we'll get to Apple.
Yeah, I mean, people could fantasize about that. I mean, but look, let's say that Apple can't do that.
Can't do it. Regulatory reasons, price reasons.
They always make the case, and people do as well, that they're builders, they're not buyers.
Right.
Will that change in some form or fashion this time around?
So now, what we saw, if we were to rewind about 6 to 12 months ago, is analysts being very frustrated with the cadence of the new developments on AI from Apple. When we think about Jobs versus Cook, Jobs, just the pure visionary. And unfortunately, he passed, but he left enough products in the pipeline for the ultimate executor in Tim Cook to be able to execute across, up until we entered the AI age. But now, Apple looks like maybe that's the right approach. It's been a little more measured, a little more conservative.
Yeah.
But now as we see these massive build-outs, people are looking to Apple and saying, you know what? They know how to do the iPhone really well. And the iPhone 17, the sales are looking pretty good.
We talked about this yesterday, that everybody is like, okay, Apple is so late to the game in AI. They're watching the party go by. The trains left the station and all that. With tens of billions of dollars from all the other hyperscalers, hundreds of billions of dollars from all the hyperscalers are being spent. And now we're sitting back and saying, well, maybe Apple being a little conservative with the cash spend turns out to be a good thing.
Potentially, yeah. And I think that's what Apple is really looking at now is, hey, we know how to build this device really well. And now we don't have to worry about the financial pressure of doing these massive build outs.
Let's talk